Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to get deep and emotional. Don't be afraid. I'm going to be talking about how to really tap into designing the lifestyle that you really truly want by answering three important questions that are also known as the Kinder questions. So, a lot of financial planners, what they'll do is when they sit with somebody, the very first thing that they will do is ask their clients these questions to try to elicit responses that will help them start to plan their lives to where they can actually do what they really love with their day. They can live their perfect average day, right? George Kinder is essentially known as the father of lifestyle planning. And the thing about this is a lot of people don't think about designing their life the way they want it to be. They think about, oh, well, I have to make money, I have to work, I have to pay the bills, and I just have to kind of get through life. And the idea with answering these questions is to kind of get outside of the box and allow yourself to really tap into what you truly desire. Because believe it or not, there are very creative ways that you can actually live the life that you want without needing to have a ton of money, or at least start working towards some of those things individually and attacking them in a way that'll get you there. Maybe not today, but will get you there in the future. Before I reveal these questions, I need you to understand you have to let yourself dream here. Don't say, oh, there's no way I can accomplish XYZ because of ABC. Let yourself go there, okay? The first question is, I want you to imagine that you are financially secure and that you have enough money to take care of your needs now and in the future. The question is, how would you live your life? Would you change anything? Let yourself go. Don't hold back your dreams. Exactly what I just said. Describe a life that is complete and that is richly yours. So, the goal with this question really is if you had all the money in the world, what would you spend your days doing? We call that your perfect average day. The goal is to figure out what your perfect average day is and then figure out ways to get there. Maybe you get there halfway. Maybe it's not 100% your perfect average day one day, but you may be able to make changes to start doing some of the things that are in your perfect average day, at least at a minimum, right? So that's why you really have to let yourself go there. So, what is your perfect average day? Like, journal it right now. Get out a pen and a piece of paper, and throughout this video, start to journal this stuff as if you were answering these questions. You can even have your spouse answer these questions and then have you answer these questions separately and then come together and figure out what it is you guys want and how to get there. For me, my perfect average day, I'm pretty much living it. I get to play pickleball whenever I want to, which is a hobby that I really enjoy. I get to travel if I want to, and I also get to do what I love and have fulfilling work that I do every single day. Or if some days I don't want to do it, I don't do it, right? So it's very possible to live your perfect average day. So the next question is, this time you visit your doctor who tells you that you have 5 to 10 years left to live. The good part is you will not feel sick during this 5 to 10 years. The bad news is that you will have no notice of the moment of your death. What will you do in the time you have remaining to live? Will you change your life and how will you do it? The essence of this question is, if you only had 5 to 10 years left, what would you look back and what would you want to have been doing? Who would you want to have become? Okay. Are there habits that maybe you want to kick so that the last 5 to 10 years can be a more fulfilling life for you and your family or loved ones, right? Is there something that you want to do but aren't doing because of self-limiting beliefs? And many of you, if you've been following me or you're in the skill incubator investor community, you know that I'm really big on the no regret strategy. And essentially, I don't really like the word regret, but essentially, this question is trying to say, what can you do today so that you have no regrets later? And the no regret strategy works for trading, it works for investing, it works for um, lifestyle, your personal life, your emotional life. The goal is to look back and not have to say, oh, I wish I would have done X. I wish I was nicer to someone, or I wish I spent more time with my family, or I wish that I took more time for myself, things like that that you want to really be thinking about. Okay, so the last question is, finally, imagine that your doctor shocks you with the news that you only have 24 hours to live. Notice what feelings arise as you confront your very real mortality. And I know that this is deep, dark stuff, but this is the stuff that's going to get you to actually pour out what you really want out of life. So the question is, ask yourself, what did you miss? Who did you not get to be? What did you not get to do? So it's really compressing down into that last 24 hours where you're thinking to yourself, holy crap, I wasn't, I wanted to, but so this is in the same vein as the prior question. It's just a little bit more intense and condensed, right? You're really having to think quick. You have such a short amount of time left. What is going through your mind in that moment? Because the prior question, you still have time, right? You still have 5 to 10 years. But the third question, you only have 24 hours. So you're really forced to feel those emotions a bit more intensely. These questions are not meant to depress you or make you feel bad, or make you feel regrets. These questions are meant to be positive, to get you to what is the most important thing to you. I know for me, if I was in the scenario where I only had 5 to 10 years, I would want to spend as much time with my family and my best friends as possible. I would want to maximize those interpersonal experiences. That would be something that, gets me a little teary eyed thinking about it. So, what that does is it makes me maybe do an extra trip home, make sure that I get home to see my family more than I have been, right? And time ticks away, and you don't want to look back and say, damn, I wish I would have spent more time with them. That's just me, right? I know that there are things professionally that I personally want to make sure that I accomplish before I go. And so that's why I work day to day, to accomplish those goals. Even though I am financially secure, it doesn't matter, because the point is, what do you want to be? Who do you want to become? What do you want to accomplish, right? And you want to make sure that you're doing that so that you look back and you feel fulfilled. So you have to give yourself grace here. And instead of seeing this as a dark exercise that might upset you, flip it on its head. You may be so far in the trenches or so far into the rat race, you're not even thinking about these things. And believe it or not, it's very possible to accomplish these desires and goals, without being super wealthy. So, for example, I know people that have, gone through this process, and they moved out of the country. They moved to a lower cost of living that allowed them to feel wealthier, to feel like they were getting ahead. They're able to pay their bills successfully, but they're living in paradise, right? People that move to Bali, or people that move to Puerto Rico, or people that move to Costa Rica, your dollar goes a lot further, and you are literally living in your version of paradise. And then there's tax benefits to utilizing a strategy like that, where you leave the country, live in a foreign land, and you can use something called the foreign earned income exclusion to save on federal income taxes, right? So there's ways that you can work around living your dream life. Another person that I know, she's a business owner. She has a seasonal business, and that allows her to, she goes and works during the season that she has to work, which is the holiday season. And she's got summers, she's got springtime where she can take more time off to travel, which is what she really wants to do. So, and she, you don't have to be making tons and tons of money to make this lifestyle or your dream lifestyle work. So that's the point here. That's why you have to allow yourself to go here with these questions, figure out what it is you really, really want, what you want to be doing, and then making it happen, or figuring out solutions that'll get you either there fully or partially there. You can take baby steps to get all the way. So I strongly suggest, because with any good financial planning, you have to know what it is that you're planning for, right? You have to know financially what you're trying to support, what kind of lifestyle you're trying to support. So I suggest everybody go journal these questions, and hopefully it'll help you get to some answers that could end up changing your life, quite frankly. All right, that's all I got for you, finance fam. If you liked this video, please give it a like for me and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I talk finance all the time. I love talking investing, taxes, lifestyle planning, entrepreneurship, all of it. I'll catch you in the next video.